when you said goodbye. Ain't that a shame? My tears felt like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. You broke my heart when you said we'll part. Ain't that a shame? My tears felt like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. Oh well, goodbye. Although I'll cry. Ain't that a shame? My tears felt like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. Cry when you said goodbye. Ain't that a shame? My tears felt like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. Oh well, goodbye. Although I'll cry.
All right, welcome back to Pump. If you're with us online, thanks so much for being here. If you're in class, glad to have you. If you're online, if you look underneath the video you're watching, you'll see the movements we have, the equipment that you need, everything to get set up at home. If you're here in class, I always have the same information up on the board for you. I just had a chiro appointment, so I'm not doing the workout today to not ruin all the work, right? So you're on your own. I believe in you. You know. All right, so format of this class, we have a warm-up at the start, cool down at the end. The workout is 4 rounds total. Each round consists of 2 movements that will superset 4 times with a minute rest in between. What we have today, first movement is single side squats. So what this is, normally how we bring the weight up here and hold the weight on each side for those squats, you're only holding on one side. So it's forcing a lot of control, core control and stability while you're doing those squats. So up to you if you want to adjust that weight to be a little bit heavier to still get that same amount of load that you normally would do with 2, or not. Just remember there's going to be a lot of rotational forces happening. So make sure when you're doing it, watch your form in the mirror. Make sure you're not like twisting or bending or hinging or anything in outside the normal context of what you want for your squat, okay? And then when you come back to it again, you can just switch over to that opposite side. Other movement we have with it is that clean and press. So right from that, you're going down and you're cleaning that weight up, catching it and pressing up overhead. It's up to you if you want to do a low catch or a high catch with that. All that means basically is when you clean up, are you catching it up here or are you in a full deep squat once you catch that weight, okay? Next one we got is hit the floors. So remembering this is just alternating into lunges, tapping the floor, then coming back up, alternating to the opposite side. Biggest thing when you're doing it, make sure you're getting the hips low, right? When we don't lower the hips and get the hips closer to the ground, all we're compensating with is in our lower back, and we're just bending and rounding our lower back. So biggest thing there, get low, don't round that low back, bend the legs, right? Next one we have is up to you, RDL or bent over row. So Romanian deadlift, you're loading those glutes as you're going down, remember? Bent over row, you're pulling those elbows back as you're doing that row position, trying to activate those lats. It's up to you on if you want to do all of one or all of the other, or if you want to mix up and do some kind of a ratio of the two, okay? Next move we got is push-up pauses. So on those, you're choosing points in which you're going to pause and hold that push-up for a few seconds, and then you're going to lower. So try to get roughly 3 different pause points on 2 or 3, I mean, it's up to you, on the way down and on the way up, and try to hit different points that you're pausing in each time. When you're in that, remember, keep glutes active, core strong, really hold that position and keep it in the chest, right? Maintain that ability to keep the muscles active that we want. Next one we have is just right into any version of a bicep curl you want. So you'll probably be in a kneeling position from that. But again, you can do neutral grip. You can do palms down, palms up. It's up to you on how you want to do that. Next one we have is controlled rolls. So remember with those, we're sitting on our mat, rolling onto our back, and then rolling back up into that seated position. Now the point with that roll when we're rolling, right, is trying to make it a smooth roll. So you're rounding that back as you're rolling, as you're keeping that core engaged, right, and trying to work on that spinal mobility in that roll, okay? Level 1, when you roll up to sitting, go ahead and let your feet touch the ground. Doesn't really matter, you're just rolling back up into a seated position. Level 2 is trying to not let the feet touch the floor as you roll up, so trying to keep that balance, okay? And then lastly, we have glute squeezes. So on our back on the floor, and remember the order of operations for the glute engagement: low back press flat, tighten the glutes, then press through the hips and the glutes, lifting those hips up, okay? It's up to you if you want to do both legs at the same time and switch and do single leg, but just make sure it's not your hamstrings or quads taking over if you're trying to up that intensity into a single leg, okay? At the end, we'll roll the die 1 through 5. We redo a round. 6 through 10, we do a 2-minute finisher, which is lunge jumps supersetted with push-ups. 11 through 19, we go to cool down if we get a 22 cool downs in a row. Any questions? Yes. So kind of up to you. I was saying if you just pick a different one each time, and so it's like if you go down, it's like pause here for a few seconds, maybe get here and pause, and then next time you get here and pause, so maybe you go up to here next time and pause, and so just trying to get, anyway, it doesn't have to be 3, but just giving yourself a few different pause points, yeah. Good question. Any other questions? All right, let's do it. If you're online, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. Let's rock and roll. Jumping jacks. Hopefully you can hear me now, Matt. Nice job. Stay with it. Moving into those air squats. Remember, arches stay strong, knee in line with those toes. Keep the glutes active. Don't let those heels come up. Don't let those toes come up. Don't round that low back. Good job. Same speed up, same speed down. Nice work. Marches, driving that knee up in front. Remember, activate the abdominals. Intentional about that core activation. Lunges, alternating. Arches strong, knee in line with that toe. Arm circles, full range of motion through that twist. Reverse, opposite direction. Inchworms into those push-ups. Don't round the back, bend those knees to walk out. Nice job. Tension stays in that chest. Really feel the stretch through those hamstrings. Jumping jacks, round 2, starting to pick up that tempo a little bit. Nice work. Air squats, arches strong, knees in line with those toes, glutes active. Nice job. Control it, try not to bounce at the bottom, maintain. Nice work. Don't let that low back round out. If you feel that back rounding, don't go quite so far. Nice job. Marches. Driving through the abdominals. Feel the recruitment. Don't just use the hip flexor. Good job. Lunges, alternating. Remember that lunge starts with the foot. Keep that arch strong, knee in line with that toe. Keep that glute active. Twist towards that knee, it's in front. Not a quick twist, more of just like slow opening mobility. Give it a little twist in there. Nice job. Don't let that heel come up on that front leg. Keep that glute active. Arm circles, full range of motion. Nice job. Be sure to reach. Reverse, opposite direction. Inchworms into those push-ups. Tension stay in the chest on the push-up. Glutes active, core active. Walk up into that stretch. Work through that stretch. Breathe through it. Try not to round the back. Nice work. Stay with it. Take a break. All right, we got 1 minute. Starting off with those single side squats into that clean and press. For that clean and press, you can also do a single side if you want versus 2. So if you want, do it that way. It's up to you. All right, we got 15 seconds. Remember, in the single side squat, really pay attention to your form. Watch your reflection in the mirror. Make sure you're not twisting, you're not leaning. Keep everything very squared. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's rock and roll. Single side squat. All the same things. Those arches are strong. That knee's in line. You're keeping those glutes active. Don't round out that low back. Nice job. If you feel that low back rounding, stop a little bit short. Nice job. Keep that core strong. Nice work. Into that clean and press, single arm or both, up to you and what you're doing here. Clean that weight up into either that high catch or that low catch, and then pressing it up on overhead. you're doing single arm, make sure the hips aren't twisting, the shoulders aren't twisting. Keep everything squared, and then pressing it up. Nice job. Load through those glutes and hamstrings. Explode with that weight up. Nice work. Switch, single side squat, opposite side. Same thing, arch strong, knee in line, glute active, core stable, scapular set, weights even on the feet. Don't let that arch collapse, don't let that heel come up, don't let the toes come up. Nice job. Switch into that clean and press. Nice job. Explode from the bottom. Keep that core strong. Don't round through that low back. Keep that low back pulled in. Push those hips back. Nice work. Single side squat. Back over the opposite side. Again, watch that form. Don't let your body twist or hinge in a weird direction. Keep it centered. Nice job. Arches strong, knees in line with those toes. Weight even on the feet. Nice job. Stay with it. Nice work. Switch, clean and press. Let's go, yos. Almost there. Stay with it. On that press, watch that the body's not twisting. Keep that core strong, stay squared. Nice job, explode up, catch that weight, press it overhead. Nice job. Glutes active, core is strong. Single side squat, last set, y'all. Again, watch that quality, watch that form as you get tired. Job. Weights even. Switch, clean and press. Keep that glute active. Don't make the low back do all the work. Glute strong. Nice job. And it's more of a hinge, less of a squat. So don't squat down. Hinge down. Nice job. Take a break. We got 1 minute before we switch it up. when you're doing it. Try not to let the back round, but think more of like if you're twerking the hips back. Yep. And so you're keeping that like flat and pulled in, just so you're getting a lot of stretch in like the hamstring. Versus you're kind of like this in this like hunch position. Just a slight bend in the knees and more drop the torso right about there. There you go. That's good.
When you're
Sorry, peeps online. I was muted. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Thanks, LD. Let's do it. Controlled rolls. So you're rolling up onto that upper back as smoothly as you can, then rolling fully back up into a seated position. Nice, just working on that smooth roll. Roll onto the upper back, the shoulders. Nice job. Get some momentum with it. Keep that core active. Keep that core strong. Nice job. Stay in control with that roll. Don't let the abs go away. Switch. Glute squeezes. Low back's flat into the ground. Tighten the glutes. Press those hips up. Nice job. You should be feeling mostly glutes. If you're feeling mostly hamstring, put your feet out a little bit further. If you're feeling mostly quads, pull those feet back a little bit. You can either rep it out or you can hold that glute squeeze. Controlled rolls, right back into it. Keep that core strong, don't let it go. Use that momentum and then pause at the top. Keep that control, then roll back down. Use that momentum, come back up. Nice job. If you need assistance, you can hold on to your legs. If your core is getting too tired, up to you. Nice job. Keep that control. Make that roll smooth. Switch. Glute squeezes. Low back press flat. Engage the glutes. Then lift. Nice job. Get those hips up, 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 up. Squeeze through the glutes. Feel free to play with or adjust where you have your legs. Can help for that glute engagement. Switch. Controlled rolls. Back into it. That core is active. Make that roll as smooth as possible. Don't let that core release. Don't let it let go. Nice job. Nice job. If you want to make it more challenging, don't let the feet touch the ground. If you want to lighten it up a little bit, let those feet hit, let them touch the ground. Nice job. Switch. Glute squeezes. Low back flat. Squeeze the glutes, and then lift. Nice job. Controlled rolls. Last set, y'all. Keep that control. If you want, get rid of a little bit of the momentum. Use more stability, more control for the roll. Nice job. How smooth can you make that roll? How much control can you have in it? Nice job, nice job. Switch. Glute squeezes. Low back flat. Engage the glutes. Once you feel them as squeeze, go ahead and lift them up. Nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Take a break. All right, we're gonna roll some die. We're gonna see what happens. Calling for it. All right, 1 through 5, redo a round. 6 through 10, finisher. 11 and up, it's a 12. Cool down. All right, nice roll. Feel free to clean up. We're gonna do some stretching. As you're cleaning up, starting to slow that breathing down. And when you're ready, you can start with those deeper breaths, inhaling into the nose on the way up, out through the mouth on the way down. On the next exhale, whenever you're ready, you're going to pull that right arm across. Remembering through all these stretches, having that slight braced posture, keeping those breaths. When you're ready, go and release. Switch over to that opposite side. When you're ready, go and release. We're going to pull those elbows back and down. We're going to hyperextend those arms, looking for that stretch through the bicep. Feel free to adjust, play with the positioning, wherever feels best. Once you feel like you have a pretty good spot, if you want to, pull those fingertips back, adding a little bit of a forearm stretch in there as well. When you're ready, go and release. We're going to put that left foot out in front. Weight comes back onto that left leg. We're going to push those hips back as we drop that chest, elongating through that hamstring. Remember, it's not about how far you're getting, it's about how much you're lengthening that muscle, right? If you want more calf involved, pull that toe up. That's going to activate a bit of that calf in that stretch as well. And breathe. Don't round the low back. Keep it pulled in. Keep it flat. When you're ready, go and release. Switch. Opposite foot comes up in front. Same stretch, opposite side. When you're ready, go and release. We're going to wind those feet out to the sides. Here, we're going to inhale up. On that exhale, you're going to drop that torso forward, pushing those hips back, keeping that low back pulled in and flat as long as you can until you hit the point. You have to round and then go and fall all the way down to the floor with those arms. Still keeping as much of that stretch in the hamstrings, the legs as you can. From here, when you're ready, we're going to lunge over to the left, opening up through that inner thigh on that opposite side. When you're ready, you can make yourself back to center, over lunging to the right side next. Opening through that opposite inner leg. ready, go and bring it back to center again. And then when you're ready, we're gonna walk the hands over to the left side this time, not lunging through the leg, just more opening through the torso, and twisting to the side. When you're ready, go and release, walk it over to the right. Remember, it's not about how far down you're getting, right? It's about how much you're lengthening the muscle you're looking to stretch. When you're ready, go and release back to center. Go and slowly roll your way back up to standing. And we're gonna bring those feet together, moving into quad stretch. So from here, grabbing onto that ankle. For this, remember, keep that knee in close. Don't let it flare out to the side. Keeping those hips pressed forward as much as you're able. If you want more stretch, pulling that leg back a little bit further. When you're ready, go and release. We're going to switch that opposite leg. When you're ready, go ahead and release. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, interlock those fingers. From here, we're going to roll that head and neck. If you find a spot it's really tight, feel free to stay there. Breathe through it. When you're ready, go and release. We're going to find an area of the wall, and we're going to move into a chest stretch. So go and find a spot that works for you. We're going to go and put your form into a wall. It doesn't have to be a windowsill, it can just be the flat portion of a wall as well. Shoulder blade back and down. We're going to lean forward and twist away. So we're stretching through the chest here, through the pec. Biggest thing, keep that shoulder blade pulled back and down, so you're not just pushing the head of the humerus into the front of the shoulder socket. Hold that position, lean forward. Should feel a stretch all through from the shoulder down through the pec. Good job. Breathe through that stretch. Release, we're going to switch over to that opposite side, same stretch. Forearm into the wall, and holding that good position, lean forward, twisting away. Go and release. We're going to finish with those last couple of breaths. If you want to stay, stretch a little bit longer, feel free, but we're getting close to the end of class time. Inhale on the way up. Exhaling on the way down. Nice job today, y'all. Great work. Don't forget homework. Good solid dinner. Drink lots of water. Prioritize sleep. Going to be recovering as always, of course, over the next 2 to 4 days. So make sure you're prioritizing those things to make sure you're growing, increasing that performance, getting the benefit out of the workouts that you're doing. We'll see you Thursday for the last class of the session. Have a nice night.